Welcome to the demon level. Body slam you through the rubble. Hosted by your demon diva, Queen of Sass Style Lisa.
Hi there, my little demons and divas. Bienvenidos. Welcome back to my channel. ¿Qué la que hay? Tamo te va, mi gente. What is going on? It is I, Isa, aka the Demon Diva, and I am here to talk about this week's episode of Smackdown, which was, I have to say, from top to bottom, as always, an excellent episode of Smackdown. Right, Roman? We liked it? But before I get into all of that, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. I have been going live with pre-gaming streams. I told you guys last week I was going to start trying some new things on the channel this week, and that is one of my new offerings. That's one of my new programs that I have been trying to do, which is just do a quick pre-show stream before the wrestling shows that we all love to watch. In addition to that, I give you the fives, I give you reactions. You never know when I'm going to upload. So I've been trying to keep up with a daily upload schedule. Sometimes it can be hard because, you know, life. But just make sure you hit the notification bell so when I upload, you get a notification. If you would like to follow me in any of my other social media, it is at NYC Demon Diva on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. All of that is linked in the description box below. So now that we got that out of the way, we need to talk about this week's episode of Smackdown, which aired on Friday, January 22nd, 2021, live from the Thunderdome. Hopefully we get some real fans in soon, but for now we're still doing the virtual thing. And I have to say, overall thoughts before I give you my 5 favorite moments is, like I said in the beginning, I thought it was a very good episode from top to bottom. It flew by. That's always a nice thing when you don't even realize that the show is over. And character development, we have more interesting storylines. It's just, I don't know, SmackDown is just so much better. I didn't like that we didn't see Shinsuke because I feel like there's a little bit of momentum. But if you don't have anything with him right now, then it's better to not feature him. I also didn't like that we didn't see Jey Uso, but technically speaking, the way that the storyline panned out, we really didn't need to see him. But yeah, overall, those are my negative. You know, I said in my reaction video about Carmella not feeling like a credible contender for Sasha, but outside of that, I want to talk about Sasha Banks here in my 5 favorite moments. But in no particular order, let's start with number 1. Roman Reigns opening promo. Oh my god, did he bring in the heat? He was amazing in that promo. He was so confident, and the thing that he was saying made sense. There's 2 things that I like on my favorite wrestlers. Number 1, I like when my wrestlers come through with what they promise. If they say they're gonna beat someone, I want them to beat someone. Otherwise they become credible. And number 2, I like when their promos make sense, whether they're a heel or a babyface. What they're saying is true, and everything that Roman Reigns is saying is true. He is carrying this show. I mean, there are a couple of storylines that are interesting, but nobody's at Roman Reigns level. If you guys didn't catch it, yesterday I did a little bit of a watch along with Glenn Rubenstein from Wrestling Inc. We were on the Stereo app watching SmackDown, and we discussed just that. It's like, who is at Roman Reigns level right now? They have to build somebody, because I don't know that anybody is at that level. So what he was saying in that promo was all facts. You can just see him grow more and more confident and comfortable with this new version of Roman Reigns. The tribal chief, the head of the table, is so much more genuine than the big dog scripted Roman Reigns. Now, I've always been a Roman Reigns fan. I always liked him, so I never had a problem with the big dog, but seeing this new Roman had just made my fandom and my love for him grow even more, because I knew that this is what he had in him. I also have to add in there that I popped when Paul Heyman said, "I'm from New York, I will whoop your ass." So bravo Paul Heyman for that line. Number 2 was the obstacle course. I love that segment. It was just so, and like A+ for entertainment. Like, I loved everything about it. I love when Michael Cole thought he was announcing and Bayley kicked him out. I love how Bayley acted. I love how Bayley, even though her course was easier, she still made it look so hard. And I just love how good Bianca Belair looked, and I love the brawl at the end, because even though Bayley is a bit of a more entertaining character right now, we should not forget that she was the longest reigning Smackdown champion, and she is a credible contender. So I like the switch back and forward between silly Bayley and serious Bayley, and you have to give her props for doing this to put Bianca over. The one that walked out of the obstacle course looking like a star was Bianca Belair, so you have to give props to Bayley for doing that. And how impressive is Bianca Belair? I know we all say Bianca is a star. It's good to see it on TV, you know, like all those things that we often say, like we know Bianca is a star, but seeing her come off as a star in our screens is just amazing. And like I said, you gotta give Bayley props for doing, I feel like Bayley's doing this angle, but the person that's shining is Bianca, and that it takes two to make that happen. Number 3 is Sasha versus Reginald. While I don't like that Sasha is still feuding with Carmella and wish she would move on to someone else, I do have to say that was a really fun, entertaining match. On my notes I wrote lucha things. It was straight up lucha shit going on in there. In addition to that, Reginald is so talented. You have to give him props. You have to give Sasha Banks, but we know that Sasha's talented, but Reginald, I don't know where he came from, but he was going toe to toe with Sasha Banks on the ring. There was a couple of crazy sequences. I mean, they actually have really good in-ring chemistry, and it was amazing to see some intergender legit wrestling on TV. I don't have a problem with that. I know I always joke around in my channel about like I'll go fight a dude or I'll fight a girl, so I don't have a problem seeing that, but I know that some people don't like it or are not ready for it. I like seeing the proper steps taken. I think that WWE sometimes will do the intergender without overdoing it or without feeling forced. I feel like the last few years we have done a couple of spots intergender wise that have worked. Nia Jax in the Royal Rumble, one of my favorites. So let's just keep progressing but not overdoing it. Like, we don't need girls fighting dudes every week, but when they do it and they do it right, it works, and this was one of those times. Number 4, the closing segment of Smackdown was insane, was good, was effective. I personally didn't like seeing Roman get beat up, but now that I have time to sleep on it, I will tell you why it's one of my favorite moments of the night. For one second, I did think that we were gonna get Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce, and I was like, what am I watching? But that wasn't the case. And when Paul Heyman said card subject to change, and I popped. I was like, yes, you don't get one over the tribal chief. But of course, I did like seeing Roman Reigns coming in and getting his revenge, because Roman wanted to fight Adam Pearce. And you know, another question that I have about that closing segment is Adam Pearce alive? Last we saw him, Roman threw him onto the Thunderdome, and then Kevin Owens showed up. We don't know if he's alive or not. And KO finally gets the upper hand, because I've shared this with you guys in my SmackDown 5 in the past. It has felt like Kevin Owens is not really looking good. Like, he was just getting beat up. And as much as I hate seeing Roman take a beating like that, you need it to make Kevin Owens seem like he legitimately has somewhat of a chance against Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. So it worked efficiently to continue the storyline, which is a storyline that have gone on for so long that you have to mix things up a little bit just to make it feel fresh. And at number 5 is Sami Zayn. I love Sami Zayn when he handcuffed himself to the barricade with the documentary people. Like, he's still being a conspiracist. I love a good conspiracy, so of course I loved everything about that segment. And I love the fact that he doesn't forget, hey, I was robbed. That Intercontinental Championship is mine. Sometimes I don't like when champions lose their title and completely forget all about it. So I have appreciation. I love seeing Sami Zayn not forget about the fact that he was Intercontinental Champion and do whatever it is that he needs to do to get his belt back. In addition to that, I did think that Big E and Apollo Crews were putting on an amazing match in the ring before Sami Zayn uncuffed himself and interrupted the match. So that's it, guys. Those are my 5 favorite things about this week's episode of Smackdown, but overall I thought it was a really good episode. Sami Zayn, the closing segment, Sasha versus Reginald, the obstacle course, and Roman Reigns opening promo. What were your favorite moments about this week's episode of Smackdown? Let me know in the comments down below. And for now, I am going to watch some UFC. Maybe I'll upload my reaction, maybe not, who knows. I'm just excited that Conor McGregor is coming back and I cannot wait to see this fight. So until next time, adios. Mwah. Boop.
Yeah, Demon Diva, quite the screamer. Cursing, tease ya, hurting, please ya. Spot her out in any of y'all arena. Break the meter, get way too excited, watch her boot up. If the lady could, she get lady wood until you know who we can suit up. I get a girl a salute, rest